So, Barcelona 2-1 up from the first leg in this quarter-final. Real Madrid, really nothing to lose. They created plenty of chances, but it's Barca who've been clinical. Lionel Messi, who else for the assist for Pedro? Made it 1-0, then right on half-time, Dani Alves with an absolute cracker. And you can see they've been practising a little bit on their dancing also. What will Pep be thinking of what he's seen so far in the first half, Refa?
I think he will try to do the same. The game of Barcelona is keep the ball, pass the ball, and they will know. I think that it's more depending on Real Madrid. If they will press high again, they will try to keep the line high and see what happens, because Barcelona will try to do the same, just keep the ball, possession.
Great result so far for Barcelona, but a bit of bad news?
Yeah, bad news. Tia for Iniesta, he'll be out for 3 weeks.
OK, well, let's get back to the second half. The commentary team, Jerry Armstrong and Kevin Keatings.
Welcome back to the Camp Nou. An ode to have been a fly on the Real Madrid dressing room wall at half-time. Plenty of head-scratching, I suspect. A half in which they dominated for the most part. The stats tell the story. 8 shots to just 3 for Barcelona. Both Barcelona's efforts on target had been the goals for Pedro and Dani Alves. But maybe Barcelona are going to show us another trick of many in their armoury tonight, to be outplayed by Real Madrid and still win.
Well, you know the old cliche, Kevin, you have to take your chances when they present themselves, and they didn't take them. And that's why we did say at the time when they were missing them, they're going to regret it. And that's exactly what's happening.
Pinto, a little more assured with that clearance. 1 or 2 in the first half were decidedly dodgy. And the number 2 Barcelona goalkeeper, Victor Valdez, doesn't play in the Copa del Rey. This is Pinto's 28th successive cup appearance. Barcelona having to make one enforced change in the first half. Iniesta off injured, replaced by Pedro, who got the opening goal set up by Messi. Dani Alves weighed in with virtually the last kick of that extraordinary first half, with a wonderful, wonderful goal to give a most unlikely scoreline at the break of 2-0 for Barcelona. Anyone switching on now would think it was business as usual, and Barcelona had dominated Real Madrid. Far from the truth.
It's a great first half for Kevin, regardless of the scoreline.
Still awaiting, Jerry, confirmation about that injury to Andres Iniesta, but the initial news we're getting from close to the Barcelona dressing room is that Iniesta may be out for several weeks.
It looked like he pulled the muscle, or he damaged something in his arm. He was holding it very tentatively. I hope it's not a break. Sincerely hope it's not a break. But you know when you've got a sprain and he falls heavily on it, looked like what the problem was. Good tackle from Pepe on Cesc Fabregas.
Pepe's nicely weighted ball forward. Higuain showing plenty of interest, and Pinto deciding that he would head away in the end after perhaps taking a step back, being able to gather it.
Sweeper
No
keeper,
chances.
wasn't it? Sweeper keeper. A better ball. Alexis, he was in a brilliant position. It was a poor pass in the end.
Xavi. can be no extra time in this Copa del Rey quarter-final tie. Real Madrid need 3 goals. And that would put them ahead in terms of the away goals. And there's a foul on Messi. He's only had really one run of note at Real Madrid, and it was a telling moment in that first half when he set up the opening goal for Pedro. Wasn't it Maradona who once said that Messi could run at opposing defences while watching TV? I suspect he could also change channels at the same time. No greater sight in world football when Messi is in full flight. Now, who fancies it? Any number of takers.
Well, Dani Alves has already got 1 goal. I can't see him scoring a second. It's going to be Messi or Xavi for me. Wall's there, over the wall, right foot. Has to be Xavi over the top. Now I wonder, are they going to take off Lassana Diarra, because he's on a yellow card and he could have been sent off first half.
Vital moments here for Real Madrid. Collective sigh of relief as the free kick from Xavi failed to exercise Iker Casillas, who wasn't sure which side Xavi was going here.
Well, I actually thought he was going to try and curl it over the wall. Surprised he didn't.
Real Madrid trying to play their way out of the back, palpably failed to do that. Here's Alves. Lovely touch from Xavi. Messi, offside. May well have controlled it with his arm as well, but I think he was offside. Real Madrid will make their switch now. Esteban Granero, who has been linked with a move away from Real Madrid. It was the arm of Messi. Granero hasn't had much playing time for Mourinho this season, Jerry.
No, that's why he's been linked with a move away. Liverpool was one of the clubs that he was linked with. He's an excellent all-round athlete, certainly.
Jerry was right. Lassana Diarra carrying a yellow card, could easily have seen a second yellow close to half-time.
Well, you know why I said it, Kevin? When Messi started to run and Lassana Diarra came close to him, he was frightened even to put his foot in. And there's no point if you're a Lassana Diarra type of player. If you can't make tackles and challenges, there's no point. So I think that's the right decision.
There is another point as well. Real Madrid need 3 goals.
Yeah. They wanted to bring on Benzema. Oops, that's a foul.
Well, I don't think it'll be long before we see Karim Benzema. Down goes Ronaldo. Outstretched leg of Alves caught him.
There's 2 fouls in succession from Dani Alves. He's lucky he didn't get a yellow card.
Barcelona have conceded in each of the last 5 games. 2 in their last home game in La Liga against Real Betis.
And they're not good at marking on set plays, Kevin.
Xabi Alonso to drive it in. Free header in! And once again, Barcelona fallible from the set piece, but it's not counting. As the referee spotted a push in there before it reached Ramos. Thought he'd scored, and it's been chalked off, to the horror of the Real Madrid players.
Oh, there's a tug on the arm of Dani Alves. You know that they're jostling for position, but you watch, there's a slight tug. I think Dani Alves makes the most of it though, because he's wrong side. He's wrong side, Dani Alves. He's trying to get back in, and I would have allowed that goal, Kevin. I wouldn't have given the free kick. I think he's milked it big time.
No, just looking at that, Jerry, looks a good decision that from Teixeira Vitianis. Certainly a brave one.
Yep.
Ronaldo booked for his protests. There looked to be a deliberate pull of the arm there, looking at that last replay. So difficult amidst the crowd of players for the referee to see that.
Guardiola's asking the official there, was it a falta? and as if to say, well, because I think he thought first reaction was it looked a good goal. I think Dani Alves is trying to jostle for position. He's got wrong side, and other people were playing Ramos on. And then when he's coming back in again, he does get a hold of his arm, but I think he milks it. I think he milks it big time. It would have been nice to see Real Madrid on the score sheet.
Then you would ask the question, why did Ramos feel he needed to make contact with Dani Alves?
He's a defender who's been sent off several times and put loads of times.
It's cost him the chance to reduce the deficit. Just about everything that could go wrong for Real Madrid has gone against them here. Familiar tale in recent seasons against Barcelona. But in looking to balance that argument out, you have to make your own luck along the way. They've missed some good opportunities early on. The first inside the opening 11 seconds for Higuain, a one-on-one with Pinto that he spurned.
Nice palm on the back of the heel. I don't think it's that bad though, Kevin, to be honest.
Real Madrid reactions to the disallowed Ramos goal. Arbeloa. For a Real Madrid side that are averaging over 3 goals a game this season. Not yet beyond them at this stage. But how many sides score 3 times without reply against Barcelona at the Camp Nou? You have to go back 16 months for the last defeat here. 44 games in between. Hercules were the last team to win here, September 2010.
Betis played really well against them here, Kevin, in the last league game, and they lost 3-2.
Here's Messi. Held up well by Pepe. Risky ball out. Kaka fails to control. Here's Xavi. Alexis. Fabregas. Alexis Sanchez. Alves. Put out easily by Ramos. Karim Benzema, his moment in this Copa del Rey quarter-final second leg is about to arrive. More news about that Andres Iniesta injury late on in the first half. We understand that he has a small tear in a hamstring. Torn hamstrings, Jerry, weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. If it's only a slight tear, 2 or 3 weeks he can be back. Which is good news.
Because they have a few injuries at the moment. David Villa, Ibrahim Afellay.
I don't expect David Villa to play this season though, Kevin. I think he'll struggle to even play in May. Maybe next season for him.
Heavy challenge by Contrao. Knew he was late.
He's pulled out of it though, hasn't he? Stopped, and it's Dani Alves' momentum that carries him into. Superb skills from Xavi Hernandez now. Here he is on the ball.
Piqué. Messi into overdrive, shown too much of that to Arbeloa.
It's good cover from Arbeloa on that occasion, he's done well.
Real Madrid's record over the past few months, nigh on perfect. They've won 23 of the last 25 matches in all competitions, 2 defeats, yes, both of them to Barcelona.
The last league side to beat them was Levante, wasn't it? That's their one league defeat away from home this season. International teammate, take that.
Benzema for Higuain is the Mourinho switch, with an hour gone at the Camp Nou, and Real Madrid also bringing on Jose Maria Callejon. Mourinho turns 49 tomorrow. Can these players produce a miracle here and find 3 goals without reply?
They're both good goal scorers. Callejon's in great form, and so too is Karim Benzema.
Real Madrid, Benzema amb el número 9 substitueix Higuaín i Callejon. Amb el número 25 substitueix Kaká.
Ronaldo. Away comfortably by Puyol, only as far as Pepe. The referee might have applied advantage there. There was a foul by Xabi Alonso and Busquets.
I'm sure there was. I think Busquets saw something coming and he went down like a pack of cards. Xabi Alonso hasn't even put his leg out. He just made the most of it, Busquets.
Good call there, Jerry. I think you took a gamble when we considered the player involved there. You were right. It's a good gamble. Messi.
He rolls well for a 6'3" lad, doesn't he?
Certainly does. Barcelona looking more like the Barcelona side at the Camp Nou now, enjoying the possession. They've got the lead, which makes this an awfully difficult comeback for Real Madrid, who are struggling to mount any attacks in this second half. Barcelona seeking to do further damage. Messi tried a shot which was blocked by Contrao. A different complexion on the second half to much of what we saw in the first.
Passing still good though from Barcelona. They're neat and tidy, and everybody's good on the ball. And the number 10's not bad either.
They've been deflated so many times in recent seasons by Barcelona, Jerry. How depressing it must have been to outplay Barca in the first half for most of it and be 2 down at half-time. That's hard to take.
It is, and I've said this to you before, Kevin, there's a psychology about it for me, and I think psychologically they feel inferior to Barcelona, but in that opening half hour they created so many chances. If they take 1, 2, 3 of those chances and are leading 2 or 3-0, they can bury that, you know, and say, hey, we are as good and we can't play, and go 2 or 3-0 up. It could have been a totally different game. But they're going to regret the missed chances. I said that at the time, and it's the way it's going to pan out, I'm afraid. Good press in there from Real Madrid to win the ball back.
Arbeloa. Contrao. Callejon. Pepe. Arbeloa. Now Ozil, so unlucky with the score at 0-0 to hit the underside of the bar with a terrific long-range shot. Here's Arbeloa, gets away from Piqué, stands up a great cross, and Callejon has mistimed it completely. Oh, it deserved better. Arbeloa's cross was an outstanding one.
Easily the best passing movement in the first or second half. Fabulous ball to the far post, and he gets up too early, and he doesn't do anything for me, Callejon. He's going to knock that directly back across goal, and they probably would have scored, Real Madrid, but they've been so unfortunate in front of the goal tonight.
Jerry, I think if that is Ronaldo or Benzema at the far post, it's a different story.
Yep.
Wonderful chance for Callejon.
Well, again, he's won the ball. There, you've seen that from Xabi Alonso, but have a look. He's up early and he doesn't really make a proper contact with it. He needs to head that ball back across goal. And there's two white shirts looking to put it in the net.
Alexis.
Oops, a wee bit late.
Still a little over a quarter of the match to go for Real Madrid to become the first side since Villarreal back in May 2009 to score 3 times here at the Camp Nou. Memorable 3-3 draw. Messi.
Oh, that's tight.
Pedro thinks he was onside there. He's looking along the line.
I thought he was onside. My first reaction was I'd like to have a look at it again. Let's see. Well, look in the far side. Contrao is level with him. He's onside.
Just see the cut of the grass there.
Yep.
Definitely on Pedro. Granero.
Well, again, it was very good play from Real Madrid coming from the back. A couple of lovely little 1-2s, and Granero fancied the shot. He had to go for the far post, though, for me. Don't miss it at the near post. Lob it to the far.
Well, if before kick-off here it was psychologically difficult for Mourinho and Real Madrid against Barcelona, this is months rather than weeks on the old psychiatrist's couch after what we've seen here after 67 minutes. But here, wait a minute, it's Ronaldo, must score, does score, and the window of opportunity is open. It's taken a long time, too long, for Real Madrid to make their breakthrough tonight, but Ronaldo brings it back to 2-1 on the night and 4-2 Barca on aggregate.
Fabulous pass from Mesut Ozil and a wonderful finish from Ronaldo. Kept brilliant composure, took it round the goalkeeper Pinto and then slotted it into the tight angle, but well worked and well deserved goal for Real Madrid. If they could get a second goal, Kevin, that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Now there's an arm out there. We'll wait to see the replay. Referee is not waiting to award Fabregas a free kick. Barcelona player still down. Real Madrid are going to be forced to put the ball out here, I think. They don't want to. The referee is going to halt play, but Real Madrid were not for putting the ball out. Now we'll wait to see whether Fabregas was caught here by Pepe.
Oh, it's his arm coming back, but it's a hand, Kevin. It's not an elbow.
It's a slap, isn't it?
It is. It's a slap. And again, too many players going down with incidents like that. It's fingertips. And as much as we think Pep is a villain, I can't have a go at him on that one. That's nothing for me.
Last action for Cesc Fabregas, unnecessary in his claims there for a free kick against Pepe. And it's Thiago Alcantara who comes on to replace him in midfield. And a nod from Guardiola towards Mourinho and his switch there. Last defensive one.
Yeah, the last league game here, Kevin, they were 2-0 up against Real Betis, just like they were against Real Madrid, and they went back to 2-2. And Real Betis had their chances, just like Real Madrid have had tonight. They've had a lot of chances here. That's a wonderful pass for Mesut Ozil and a fabulous finish. Absolutely top class. Both Messi and Ronaldo locked at the top of the Pichichi with 22 goals apiece.
20 minutes to go. Life in Real Madrid yet. Puyol ushers out Pinto. Been so much to talk about tonight. Haven't really had time to remind you on who the winners play at the end of this Clásico quarter-final. It will be either Valencia or Levante, who play their second leg at Levante on Thursday night.
Chances.
Benzema's in here. Great chance. Scores! Karim Benzema levels it up at 2-2 on the night. 4-3 on aggregate. And the comeback is most certainly on here. It's quite dramatic at the Camp Nou. Unbelievable stuff.
Absolutely, they have the momentum. It was a question of getting the first goal, and they've got the first goal, they've got the second, and now Barcelona are in trouble because there is more goals left in this Real Madrid side. They have the bit between the teeth, they've nothing to lose. Super piece of play, awful defending once again. Gerard Piqué, I think at fault.
Real Madrid behind 4-3 on aggregate. One more goal for the men in white, and they are ahead in the tie on the away goals. Messi, Thiago, Pedro, cut out by Pepe. It was an important interception as well. Ball out though before Arbeloa could retrieve, and Real Madrid are apoplectic about the awarding of that corner. Arbeloa thought he kept that in. Pause for breath time, Jerry.
Well, we've got a grandstand finale finish, Kevin. The last 18 minutes is going to be fabulous. Well, is all the ball out? Yeah, maybe, not sure.
Well, we should be able to see it beyond the level of the crossbar there as we're looking for that angle, and we couldn't see the whole of the ball, but no damage done.
Good ball from Casillas. Oh, had a great game tonight, Mesut Ozil. Shame about that first touch.
Stepped up for Jose Mourinho tonight. Mesut Ozil, who by his own admission hasn't been at the top of his game in recent months. And he has had an excellent game tonight. So for the second successive home game, Barcelona have been pegged back from a 2-0 lead.
Offside. Well, he's trying to bend his run, but he doesn't bend it enough. You can see there, he's at least a yard ahead of Puyol. But this is the mistake, and this is the goal from Karim Benzema. I just wondered if Mourinho had started with Karim Benzema at the game tonight, he wouldn't have missed the 2 or 3 chances that I think Higuain got.
I wouldn't like to be the man in the news conference who asks Mourinho that question if they go out tonight. He has been so prickly when questioned about his team selections at times this season. Fed in by Ozil. Ronaldo missed the ball completely. The chance to get a shot at Pinto. That was an opportunity for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, it was, Kevin. It was a good one. I'm really surprised he didn't make any contact. Fabulous run once again from Mesut Ozil, and I expected Ronaldo to get some sort of a shot on target.
Edge of the seat. Raw entertainment here at the Camp Nou for a place in the Copa del Rey semi-final. Real Madrid, the holders, clawed themselves from 2-0 down and 4-1 down on aggregate to be within one goal of leading the tie.
Just think, Kevin, if they can't score another goal and they can't go through and win this tie, what it would do to their confidence ahead of the other Clasico in the league. They've got to come back here in April.
And if they do it, Jerry, Mourinho's achievement, it'll be right up there in his coaching career.
Fabulous finish, wasn't it? Great skills. Still a lot had to be done there. And Benzema did it very, very coolly.
He's never won a game as a coach at the Camp Nou. Of course, he came here with Inter Milan and won a tie in the Champions League semi-final, but we remind ourselves he lost that second leg, but still went through. This is Ozil. Ricochets away off Puyol, and Real Madrid tails up and on top.
Listen, they are well on top. They're definitely convinced they can win this match, and that is the difference. They have belief now, and those goals have made all the difference. The first one was so essential from Ronaldo, but this one here, they're really up for it now. And look at the reaction on the bench.
Ozil with a corner. Hearts beating fast here. Whether you have an allegiance to Barcelona or Real Madrid. Some people were daring to suggest we were getting tired of the Clásicos. Rubbish.
Never.
Alexis. Xavi. Gladiatorial. At one of the theatres of football in Europe. Messi. Well-weighted pass, looking for Alexis. No claims, really, from Barcelona. Pepe just leaning at wall, looking at that. Yes, he was waiting. He was waiting for the challenge, Alexis, but you leave the ball alone as far away as Pepe did there, and you take a real risk. Definitely seen those given.
I don't know, I just think because of that. Oh! There's a chance at the other end. It looks like Benzema's got injured.
The action coming almost too quick for our Spanish colleagues as we're looking for that possible penalty. And Benzema got away momentarily there from Puyol.
He's a yard clear. His first touch is the wrong side though. If he opens his body up and controls it in front of his right foot, he could have scored there. He's very unfortunate though. What a great run and a great pass.
The margins so very, very small between success and failure there for Benzema. Mascherano on for the ailing Alexis Sanchez. Benzema limping.
Well, this is a significant change that Guardiola's making because he's taken a striker off Alexis and putting on Mascherano to probably anchor up that midfield. To set him in front of the two centre-backs.
Well, Both teams have now used their permitted 3 substitutes. Here's Pedro, the man who opened the scoring tonight. Dani Alves scored a spectacular Barcelona second in first half stoppage time. 2-0 Barcelona at the interval. Looked all done and dusted. But goals from Ronaldo and Benzema off the bench brought Real Madrid level on the night, but Barca still holding a 4-3 advantage on aggregate. Real Madrid just 1 goal away from leading in the quarter-final tie.
They're being so brave though, Kevin. Look at them pressing at this stage of the game. 80 minutes gone, they're high pressing from Real Madrid, trying to get an opportunity to get a winning goal. Because that's what it would be for Real Madrid.
You just sense there's another goal in this, but at which end?
The yellow card. Has to be.
Yellow card for Fabio Contrao.
Well, he had to, because Sergio Ramos was caught out of position. He knew that. I think he's bailed out Sergio Ramos, who went forward, lost possession. And Messi picked it up, and he's holding his hands up. Contrao, he knows he's going to get a yellow, and he knew he had to do it.
Well within range here. Looks as though it'll be, I think, Messi from this angle. Favours his left foot. Into the last 10 minutes of this absorbing game.
That's about the range and angle that Mesut Ozil hit his shot off the crossbar and post, Kevin.
Just slightly to the right of Casillas' goal. Xavi's there for insurance, I think. Almost certain to be Messi. Pedro feeling he's being manhandled in the wall. Messi! Oh! Casillas was beaten, but so too was his crossbar.
Well, he's got it up and over the wall. He's trying to dip it underneath the crossbar. What was he, 6 inches too high? Not a bad effort from the wee man.
Well, Real Madrid have proved in 81 minutes that they can be at least a match for Barcelona, be scant consolation if they go out of the cup. They came here to win it, and they might still win it.
They're the holders, Kevin. They're not going to give it up without a fight, and it's been a sensational second half comeback.
Mourinho, ball boy now. And that perfect birthday present tomorrow is still on. Prodigious leap there by Ronaldo. Clever little header into his path, angle tight. Busquets, pure first touch. Meant a scramble clearance in the end by Mascherano. Here's Contrao. Slipped as he delivered the cross. Piqué's weak header. Ozil on. Onside. Oh, he's given offside in the end, Benzema.
He's come back from an offside position, I think, Kevin. But this is a nervy end of the game for the Barcelona fans. You can see he's just maybe a half a yard or a couple of feet. It's a tight one, though.
Tension written across every face. It means so much. The bragging rights, almost exclusively in recent times, have belonged to Barcelona. They still do. Messi looking for the breathing space, trying to set up Piqué. Would you believe it, the centre-back that far forward, 7 minutes to go, and they're ahead on aggregate.
It's a fabulous game, Kevin. What a great tie. But Real Madrid, whether they win here or not, can take so much credit out of it. They've had a real go.
Well, here's Messi. Space is opening up. Delivers! And can't find the goal when he almost exclusively does in that kind of position. How close was he?
Inches wide of the far post. Kevin, it's great because both teams are going for it, even though Barcelona are going through as it stands at the moment. But they can't take that chance because Real Madrid look like they can get a goal as well. Benzema on the ball.
Free kick against Callejon. Challenge on Piqué.
There it is, about 6 inches wide of the far post.
Oh, it was a cracking game. The last time the two sides met here at the Camp Nou, remember it, the Spanish Super Cup at the start of the season, that finished 3-2 in favour of Barcelona. Messi was the difference that night. Might be again here. The pass from Pedro just taken out of his reach by Sergio Ramos. So often Messi has been the nemesis for Barcelona. Hasn't scored in the two ties in this Copa del Rey quarter-final as yet. Still time to change all that. And it was Javier Mascherano who was saying in the build-up that we have one plus point that no other side in the world has, that they can count upon. Lionel Messi. And so often, Jerry, Guardiola has been keen to point out many times he has been the difference.
Well, he is the talisman, but I'll tell you what, I'm giving credit to Real Madrid, and they should be in front this time with the amount of chances they've had in the first half. They've shown a lot of confidence and belief in themselves second half to come back into the game. And they just needed to get the first goal, and now they believe they can win it, and it can still happen, Kevin, in the final 5 minutes.
In comes a corner from Ozil. Ronaldo with a terrific leap. Might have planted his header on target, or maybe down towards Benzema.
He's up really early, and he's unlucky he doesn't find Benzema, though I think Benzema's going to be offside. He's standing in the 6-yard box, totally unmarked on his own, and it would have been offside. But at the end of the day, he's getting up there. I just feel Barcelona are vulnerable on corner kicks and free kicks. It's been shown over the past, and you can see by the fans' faces, they know that this is tension. It is possible they could go out here.
Serves to underline as well how much the Copa del Rey's star has risen over recent years. Once upon a time, Real Madrid and Barcelona didn't take this competition all that seriously. Both sides have gone out to lower league opposition in the last decade on several occasions. But they're so hungry for trophies, these two. Barcelona have been hoovering up so many, and they're edging closer to a semi-final place and knocking out the holders.
I'm just watching both Puyol and Piqué out of the penalty area there, Kevin. They're both out of the box. Cross goes into the box, no centre halves there. And there's a nervousness about them, there's a panic about them.
And the belief continues to course through Real Madrid veins. They believe they have a tie-winning goal in them yet. Xabi Alonso with a free kick. Away by Piqué. They've committed many players forward here, Real Madrid. But everybody behind the ball for Barcelona. A little over 2 minutes of the 90 left. There's a card here, and it's a second yellow card for Sergio Ramos, and he is sent off.
That's his 13th red card, I believe, Kevin, of his career. Let's have a look-see. That's not a red card. He's milked this against Busquets. That's never a yellow card or a sending off, not for me. What's he done wrong there? He's jumped with the ball, he's got leverage, and again, I just see players are milking things, and I think that's poor.
Well, a shake of the hand of Sergio Ramos to both the referee and his assistant. Ironic handshakes, I suspect. A word from the coach, Mourinho, along the lines of, you were unlucky. Jerry's spot on. It's the 13th red card of his Real Madrid career. And He goes down in the club record books now as the man who's picked up the most red cards in Real Madrid history, passing the total of Fernando Hierro. But we still are just 4-3 for Barca on aggregate. Late challenge on Piqué. The referee going to have to take more action here. The yellow card for Esteban Granero. And just as it did at the end of the Super Cup match here at the start of the season, it's getting angry late on, very angry.
It's because he's raised the studs. Well, I can see why. He doesn't make contact though. I think that's the point that Granero's making. The reaction of Piqué suggests that he has made contact.
Yellow card confirmed for Granero. All the breaks in play only serving to help Barcelona, who might be in the mood to wrap it up finally now. Dani Alves. Pedro! There was the chance to put the tie beyond Real Madrid. Stoppage time now.
If he leaves that, Messi's on his own, totally unmarked behind him, Kevin, and this tie's continuing.
3 minutes to be played, a minimum of that.
He doesn't put his leg up, Caglioni pulls it away. Intent, is that what it was for? Intent, yellow card, free kick.
Can only presume that. One or two decisions have been rather harsh against Real Madrid in the last few minutes, I feel. Concur with Jerry's thoughts about the second yellow for Sergio Ramos. Callejon, only a free kick for Real Madrid this time. They haven't got the ball where they need it. 2 minutes less than that now remaining.
Pepe was always going to get a yellow card, wasn't he?
Well, it's frankly ridiculous when they're in the position they are. We're in stoppage time. What goes through Pepe's head in that moment?
He knows he's got to go through the defender to win the ball. And I think he has a mental block on those occasions. But how many is it now? Is it 8? Real Madrid players been booked, 8 yellow cards.
Well, it's only eating up time against Mourinho and Real Madrid. The curse of Barcelona striking again. Overall, Real Madrid have done enough to win this game. They've had a goal disallowed through Sergio Ramos, who was harshly given a second yellow card. They thumped the underside of the crossbar in a first half that they dominated for the most part and missed chances along the way. Pinto also made a terrific save from Gonzalo Higuain. Barcelona ridden their luck a little. Quality in their 2 goals. Pedro scored the first, set up by Xavi.
Well, this is the last chance, I think, Kevin, for Real Madrid. There's 20 seconds left. They've got to win the ball back, and Xavi Alonso does that.
One of the goals of the season gave Dani Alves and Barcelona 2-0 half-time lead, but Ronaldo and substitute Benzema levelled it up at 2-2. But we're heading to the final moments now, and Real Madrid have got a free kick, and they are sending just about everybody forward. Is there time to take it? I don't think there is. The referee has blown for full time. Real Madrid ends in disappointment for them. They've been the better side for me overall, but it's the same old story. 2-2 on the night, but they're out. Barcelona through to the semi-final, 4-3 on aggregate.
Yes, before the game, talk of division in the Real Madrid team. Players not with their manager, and Jose Mourinho threatening to quit at the end of the season. But it couldn't have been a better team performance from Real. Barcelona, La Liga and European champions, quite simply, were left hanging on. So the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey looks like this. Third division side Mirandés will play Athletic Bilbao, who went through comfortably earlier tonight, drawing 0-0, 2-0 on aggregate. Barcelona will play the winners of Valencia Levante. Valencia are 4-1 up at the moment. They play tomorrow.